Hi, it's John. I'm back with another Star Wars Legion unboxing. This time it is the X-34 Landspeeder for the Rebels. It's going to be interesting because it's one of those ones that I haven't really taken much notice in, so bear with me when I go through the cards. So, unable to match the Emperor's production of military equipment, the Rebel Alliance makes do with civilian vehicles like the X-33 Landspeeder, whose speed and nondescript appearance are useful in avoiding capture. When used in combat, these sturdy vehicles can be fitted with stolen weaponry to support the Rebel soldiers. It includes 2 weapon options: 1 plastic miniature, 1 unit card, 8 upgrade cards, 11 associated tokens and 1 rule sheet. Okay, let's crack it open. As always, health and safety, cutting away. Take that back over there. Okay, it's a nice bit of artwork on the front. And box. Cards, main body, model pieces. Right, we'll come back to them. Put those over there. Excuse me. Okay. Right, quite different to most of the Star Wars Legion stuff I've unboxed so far. There's quite a lot of bits to this, which is going to be fun because you're going to need super glue to glue it together, which means I'm going to glue my fingers together. You have a rocket gunner, a rifle gunner, that's the Landspeeder crew, M45 ion blaster, Mark 1 medium blaster. You have the driver, windscreen, internal components, weapon mount, intakes, engine covers, and of course the base and the stand. Oh, right, okay, there's even more. There's options here to put in a gear stick, monitor, weapon options, canopy covers for the engines. Yeah, there's a lot going on. And miniatures, actual rocket launcher and gunner, rifle gunner. I'm going to magnetise those, I think, so I can take them on and off. Right, so let's have a look at the rules. Arsenal 3. When attacking, each mini in this unit can use up to 3 of its weapons. It's dead handy. Embark, disembark. Well, this is the bit where I'm gonna fumble. Embarking and disembarking are move actions that allow a unit to enter or exit a vehicle with the Transport X keyword. To embark, a unit performs a standard move that places its unit leader in base contact with the vehicle. Then the unit is removed from the battlefield. To disembark, a unit that is being transported places its unit leader in base contact with the vehicle and performs a speed 1 move. If the vehicle has moved more than once during that round, disembark disembarking uses the unit's entire activation and cannot perform 3 actions. A unit cannot both embark and disembark during the same activation. It says in base contact with the vehicle. I need to clarify that. It's in base contact with the actual vehicle model or the vehicle base. I'll look into that. Transported. A transported unit cannot perform attacks, be attacked, gain or spend tokens other than suppression tokens, or perform any actions other than disembark. Transported units can be issued orders. Transported commanders and operatives can issue orders, and a transport commander's courage value can be used by friendly units when checking whether they panic. To measure range from or to the transport unit, measure range from or to the base of the vehicle. Transported units are ignored by objective cards. Okay, it's going to take a bit more get my head around that than your standard Star Wars Mini. So let's have a look at the cards. Here we go. Got some new kind of tokens here. I'm not seeing what these are. These are the wounds, as obviously, and that's the order token. Not sure what they are. Kind of hoping it's going to tell me in a minute. Right, so the character card. You see that. X-33 Landspeeder, Armour 2. When defending, cancel up to 2 hit results. Arsenal 3, which we cover. Cover 1. Light transport 1 open. You may transport 1 friendly trooper unit that consists of exactly 1 small base mini. After defending, if you suffer 1 or more wounds, each unit you are transporting suffers 1 wound. Exactly 1 small base mini. Okay. Speeder 1. When moving, ignore terrain, height 1 or lower. When activated, perform a compulsory move. So these got repulsors. I'm not sure you can see that. That's the repulsor. It has to make a compulsory move. It's floating. So the driver's got a weapon. It's a DH-17 blaster pistol, range 1 to 2. It's white dice, so not the best. We have a crit to hit and crit to defense. Its normal speed is a range 2. 6 wounds, and it has 4 damage tokens before we have to start rolling, and the defense dice is white. Okay, that's coming in at 75 points. So look at some of the upgrade cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Rider as Dedo, which looks to be a pilot for the vehicle. He has a special rule. When performing a move, increase or decrease your maximum speed by 1. That's an exhaustible card. 5 points. Outer Rim Speeder Jockey. Rebel only, repulsor vehicle only. What's the card? You gain cover 1 when defending against a ranged attack. Improve your cover by 1. That's 10 points. Oh, it's the same one again. Outer rim speeder jockey. A300 rifle gunner. So this is an upgrade crew member for your speeder. Has a range 1 to 3 and it's white attack dice. X-34 speeder only for 9 points. The RPS-6 rocket gunner. X-34 Landspeeder only, impact 2. When attacking a unit that has armor, change up to 2 hit results to critical hit results. There's a range 2 to 4 and it's a red, black and white attack dice, and that is 36 points. We have the Mark II medium blaster. So this is a weapon mounted, vehicle mounted weapon. It's a fixed front. The defender must be inside your front arc. 1 to 3, 5 black dice. M45 ion blaster. Fixed front again. Impact 1. When attacking a unit that has armor, change up to 1 hit result to a critical result. Ion 1. A vehicle wounded by this attack gains 1 ion token. That is 1 to 4. And it's 1 black and 4 white attack dice. It's an exhaustible card. Exhaustible cards have this arrow in it. So basically when you use it, you turn it. You can recover, turn it back. 38 points. And we have HQ uplink. During the issue orders step of the command phase, issue an order to yourself. 10 points. Once again, it's an exhaustible card. There. So, I'm now going to attempt to build the model, but before we do that, let's have a look at some of the components. There's going to be a few of them. Okay, so first off, the base, quite a big base. When we were talking about arcs earlier on the upgrade cards, these cross across the base. A cross here represents the front or rear arc, depending on which way the model's facing. We have the main body of the speeder. I do like this here, where they've got like the canopy covering of the engine open. There's a few small bits here, you can see that. There's a little gear stick to go in there, and there's some monitors to go on that. That's for the weapon mount. Here, in these two locations, looks to be where you're going to put your upgrade crew. I'm going to magnetise those so I can take them on and off. Parts that go across the either side there of the front, like the grille, and then of course there's the base bit, which is in this little bag. It's a little base, so it's not going to be that far off off the ground. It's a Landspeeder. It's cool. There is this oh, I've dropped it. Always a good move. This canopy piece, which will clip in on there. So you've got the canopy. I'll leave that piece off until I've painted it. And then attach it. I'm going to dirty up a little bit as well, because it's meant to be a bit rough and ready. Because those pieces, oh, blimey. I'm going to stop that for a second while I find that. Okay, I managed to find that piece that fell onto the floor, which is always good. So I'm going to zoom this in because there's quite a few little pieces here. And I will struggle to get these glued in properly. Let's see if we can keep the focus on that. We have what seems to be some sort of two little monitors, a gear stick, another type of monitor, and what looks to be a T sort of throttle, T-bar, so you can push forward. Yeah, this is the first time I've come across a component this small for Legion, although Chewbacca, its sights on his crossbow were quite small, but it was only the one and it was quite easy to get to. These will have to fit in there. So, wish me luck on that, because that's got super glue damage written all over it. Let's come back out. I'm going to put those back in the bag before I lose them. A touch of dropsies tonight. Right, so the next lot of components are what seems to be the covers for the engines. So I'm guessing, oh, that's that one even. That clips on there, it's quite good. And that one on there. Let me just have a look at these other pieces. Aha, right. So we do have what seems to be the air intakes, which are these pieces. I've got 3 of these, and there's 3 engines. I'm guessing. Oh, they are slightly keyed, but they fit on there somehow. Not entirely sure yet. Yeah, there's a lot more here. Here's the engine mount for the back. That will hopefully go on there a lot better than it has there. And then the air intake coils that will go on the front, filling those bits there. That's the main body. Oh, I can't get it out now. I'll come back to that. That's the main body plus the little controls there. Moving on, we're into the actual miniatures. Have a look what we got here. Again, there is more than normal when it comes to the crew. So I'm guessing that clips in there. That on there, again falling off. This is the ion cannon guy, by the looks of it. Oh no, sorry, the rifle guy. It's Guido. Again, the detail is pretty cool. But I'm gonna, this is his rear end, so he's sitting sort of semi-cross-legged. I'm gonna put a magnet in there and then put a magnet on here. I'll drill a little hole and fit them into that so I can take them off if I need to. Or if I don't go for that particular upgrade. Next up looks to be the pilot. Or the flyer. Oh, and just to make things really interesting, he's got some sort of steering mechanism there, which is going to need glue into his hands. Yes, a lot of small components. So there's the driver or flyer. Here are the weapon options. There's 1, 2. Again, I will probably magnetise these. These fit into the slot on the front here, so I can swap them out when need be. The driver will be permanently fitted, because once he's in I don't think he's ever going to come out again. It's just give you a rough idea. Let's get him back in the bag before I lose bits of him as well. And last but not least is the miniature with the rocket launcher. So, once again, good sculpts. It looks like I think it's a Twi'lek, normally seen dancing around Jabba's palace. Magnetise and put them on when I need to. I just stick her on the front like that, like a car ornament. I'm not sure. So yeah, for the kit, it's all lovely sculpted. It is a lot more than I'm used to with Star Wars Legion miniatures. So I am going to build the main part of this now, and then we'll come back and we'll just see how much glue I've managed to get on myself, and then we'll take it from there. Over the next couple of days I'll start pinning out and drilling out for the magnets and get them all done. Right, so I'm back, and let's go out a little bit. There we are. That's the Landspeeder built. I've blue tacked the crew on, and I've not glued the driver in as yet, so I'll come back to magnetise those. What we did learn from building this is we'll take those guys off of there, take that out of there, take the driver out. When you build the driver, It says in the instructions, head, torso, legs, then glue the hands onto the arms and then glue the arms into place. I found this to be really awkward, and the glue kept popping off, so in the end I disassembled it, took the legs off, so I had the torso, glued the arms on, then glued the hands on with the steering wheel, and then glued the legs back in. It just seems so much easier. The main body itself, that piece that I thought was some sort of throttle, actually sits on the front of the hood there, so it's a hood release, and the gun mounts fit onto this piece. That's quite easy to fit, but a word of advice, try not to get super glue in that little hole in the middle, or otherwise you're not going to be able to get your guns to fit in there, because it's going to be full of glue. So that's in. That's quite a snug fit. The other thing being, I've left this cover off here just so I can have a bit more detail in it. But these air intakes on the engines, they look the same, but they're not. One of them is different. This one here has got a little notch cut out, a keyway, and it fits onto that engine body, and then the engine body fits onto the speeder itself. Apart from that, it was all good. The crew went together fine. The driver, you know, it's just taking your time. I'm not going to glue the windshield in yet. I'll wait until it's painted, because I'm probably going to spray this, and I don't want to have that plastic on there when I'm spraying. So I was a bit yes, before I forget, in here that little gear stick, and then you've got your central, see if I can't get something a little bit better to poke that out. Let's see how far we can get in on this. I've got blurs. So you have your gear stick here, and then they have the central display control panel here. Glue the control panel in before gluing in the gear stick, because otherwise it becomes really fiddly, and I did drop it and it went down inside there and it was covered in glue. It took a while to get it out. Apart from that, a good kit. Quite enjoyed putting it together. Like I said, I was a bit apprehensive before. Price wise, it is a little bit on the expensive side for what it is compared to maybe the tank. The Imperial Occupier tank is quite a lump. This, you can see, fits quite snugly into the palm of my hand. I don't have big hands, so yeah. But that said, I might get another one, just because I like it. I like the model. It's a nice bit of kit once it's put together. It's hollow. It's not a solid piece of plastic. I do like it. It's got some basic detail on it, but that's what you need. Doesn't mean the detail on the panels underneath are great, but to be fair, you're going to see it like that. I just like it. I think it captures the scale of the miniatures well. It looks the part. I have a spare Luke that I might cut up and put them in the driver's seat just for giggles. Yeah, so that's the end of that. So thank you for watching the unboxing. I shall endeavour to get some more done over the next few weeks. I do have quite a few more stuff to go. I've got Rebel Commanders, an Airspeeder, Pathfinders, laser cannon team, Rebel specialists, some more operatives to go, Jane Aso, So yeah, there's lots more coming up. I know Carl has a lot of stuff. So guess whose memory card became full just as we was finishing the video. I just wanted to say thank you for the support we've had recently. A lot of the Star Wars Legion community on Facebook have started to get behind us. If you enjoyed these videos, please like, share and subscribe. It really helps House of Chaos team out, not just our Star Wars Legion, but all the other little projects we're going up on the side. And until next time, may the Force be with you.